All right, Nissan fans, looks like it's your time to shine once again. Hot Wheels has given us yet another excellent Nissan product in the form of this 5-pack. Now, I know some of you may have had the opportunity to pick one of these up already, but the truth is this 5-pack can be a little bit hard to find. So we're going to take a closer look at each of these castings, and then I'm going to give you a few tips that will hopefully help add one of these to your collection. Of course, they only make so many of these, so if you can't, I have some alternatives for you to check out as well. Now, before we get started, I will say that Nissan has gotten quite the treatment from Hot Wheels over the past few years, and rightfully so. They have some great cars that make excellent castings. But I want to know, tell me in the comments what other brand you would most like to see get the Nissan treatment from Hot Wheels next. Super interested to see your thoughts. We're just going to go down the line here. I will say that the list on the back of the box does not match the way they are packaged, but that's okay. I think we can figure out what castings that we're dealing with here. We'll go ahead and get started with this Datsun 620. Just a fun little truck. And you used to see quite a few of these driving up and down the road as I was growing up. And you just don't really run into them that much anymore, which is very unfortunate because, like I said, these are just a fun little truck. At one time, they were fairly inexpensive, and I would dare say a lot of people from my generation, this could possibly be the vehicle that you learned to drive on, and may have even been your first vehicle. As far as the deco goes, it definitely matches the style of the pack and represents Nissan quite well. Up next, we have the Nissan Skyline GTR BNR 32. Very clean looking version of this casting. I love the red, love the plain sides. Of course, in the back, we have those iconic Skyline taillights and the badging. Up front, very nice grille detail. But what really pops about this against this red paint is that you can see the interior very well, and the color on it's really nice. And then you have this very simple racing stripe with the decals here. Definitely a different style than I'm used to seeing, but very nice. Very well executed casting. Nissan Skyline HT 2000 GTX. Guys, I just absolutely love this. The more I look at this casting, the more I like it. I really liked the green version that we had in the main line last year. I thought the paint on this was excellent. But there's just something about this purple that gets me. And one nice added touch here is the white walls on these wheels. I just absolutely love it. Not sure why they didn't paint the taillights on the rear end of this one, but really at the end of the day, not that big of a deal. Just a really fun casting. Love the color and the details that they did on this one. Nissan Silvia S13. Absolutely love this version of this car. And I have to say, they did the Team Transport S13 earlier this year, and I wasn't really a big fan of it. And that had to do kind of with the paint and also with the wheel selection. I really think they missed an opportunity with this car here. This deco in particular would have made a fantastic Team Transport. Match that with some Real Riders 5-spokes of some sort, and you just would have had a killer car. But they didn't, and it makes a really nice basic car with some really good details here. Like I said, I love the deco, the style they went with here. Very excellent variation of this car. And last but not least, we have the Nissan Fairlady Z. Really nice looking kind of tiger stripe motif going on here. Of course, the bright orange. Very nice, well placed tampos all over this. Just a really cool looking car. Of course, a lot of people, myself included, could very easily confuse this with the 240Z. And really, it is the same body, same interior used here. I do like on this car with the way they did the windows and the color of the interior that you can see it really well, because this does have a pretty cool looking interior. Front end is the same, except for really the lip here is different on the 240. But the big difference is going to be the rear end. The taillights are completely different between the Fairlady Z and the 240. So keep that in mind as you're looking at these. But overall, very nice set here, I will say. Try to get the camera back in focus here. And so a couple of tips I have for you if you're having a hard time finding this. I did find this one at Walmart. It is the only one I have seen at Walmart and likely will be the only one I run into at Walmart. Most of the ones I go to are either heavily hunted or they don't run through 5-packs enough to get this one. I may luck up and run into another one toward the end of the year or next year, but truthfully, that's not very likely. So what I will say is, if you have Dollar Generals near you, I would keep my eyes peeled there. I found quite a few of the Fast and the Furious 5-packs, and I'm thinking that if you have a Dollar General that runs through 5-packs fairly often, or if it's just time for a restock. When they restock, they seem to get quite a few in, so you may look up and find several of these there. Another alternative would be Amazon. Again, comparing it to the Fast and the Furious 5-pack that we recently had, you were able to get those on Amazon for quite some time too, and at retail shipped. So that was a great deal. Just keep an eye peeled. I've not seen these on there yet. They may not get them, but I would definitely keep an eye out on there. Be searching for Nissan 5-pack or just Hot Wheels 5-pack. Sometimes things are named a little bit funny on there. I guess the only other alternative I can think of is if you do have to go the route of buying from somewhere like eBay. These are running about $15 shipped as it is right now. So I will say, if you haven't picked up that Fast and the Furious 5-pack and it's something that you're either on the fence about or interested in, you can actually find a better deal with both of these in the same sale. So for instance, I saw several listings that had the Nissan 5-pack and the Fast and the Furious 5-pack for only a couple dollars more than what this one itself is selling for. Now, if that's a little too rich for your blood, or you just aren't fortunate enough to find one of these sets in the store, I do have a couple of alternatives for you that should be a little bit easier to find, at least as of the filming of this video. One that I'm still seeing in the stores, and this goes for Walmarts and dollar stores, is the Night Burner set. Of course, this does have one fantasy casting, which I think kind of throws some people off. And I'm not crazy about it either, but the rest of the cars are really nice. We have the Alpha Pursuit, obviously. We have the 89 Mazda Savannah RX-7, which was a pretty cool casting in and of itself. We had the 98 Honda Prelude, really clean looking casting there. I know there's a lot of fans of that casting. And we had probably my favorite version of the Datsun 620. Love this Kato House deco. It's awesome. Let's see. There was another car in there, and I don't have it with me, but that would be the McLaren Speedtail, which was also a pretty cool looking casting, although it doesn't really go with the JDM theme. Now, probably the only other alternative that I would offer right now, if you're going to have to pay around that $15 mark, you might want to consider this 6-pack. There is another one that you can sometimes catch for this price, but usually this one has went up quite a bit now. This one you can still buy. I actually caught this one on sale for $10, but you can still catch this quite easily for around the $15 mark. Has quite a few of the cars from the similar vein. Of course, we have the Custom 240, have the Celica, have the GTR here, Subaru. Just a really nice set altogether. And if you're a JDM fan, you might actually even like this more because it's a better mixture, I guess you'd say. But if you're a Nissan fan, obviously it's going to be hard to beat this set right here. And, if you think you're going to have a hard time picking it up, you may just want to go ahead and bite the bullet and get one. Guys, appreciate y'all watching so far. If you like this unboxing video, you're a JDM fan. If you like 5-packs, YouTube should be showing you a video over here that it thinks you might like. Go ahead and check that one out. And, really here on the channel, we do all kinds of different videos from RLC, premiums, unboxings and reviews, mostly Hot Wheels, but some other stuff as well. So be sure to hit that subscribe button if that sounds like something you'd be interested in. Hope everybody's having a good week. And with that, happy hunting, y'all.